You know, there's something in your home right now, something you probably use every single day, that could be quietly affecting your health in ways you wouldn't expect. And I'm not talking about those obvious dangers like loose rugs or expired medications. This is something most of us consider completely harmless, maybe even helpful. But here, the unsettling truth. Researchers are finding that this common household item may be contributing to memory problems, fatigue, and other health issues, especially for those of us over 60. Now, before you start worrying, let me reassure you, once you know what to look for, this is actually an easy problem to fix. No expensive equipment needed, no drastic lifestyle changes. Just some simple awareness and a few adjustments that could make a world of difference in how you feel every day. So what is this mystery item? Well, let me ask you this. Have you been feeling more forgetful lately? Maybe you walk into a room and suddenly can't remember why you went in there. Or perhaps you've noticed you don't have the same energy you used to. Many of us chalk this up to normal aging. But what if I told you that something as simple as the air freshener plugged into your wall or the cleaning products under your sink could be playing a bigger role than you realize? That's right, today we're talking about asterisk chemical air fresheners and synthetic fragrances asterisk, and why they might be the silent health hazard lurking in your home. Now, I know this might sound surprising. After all, these products are everywhere in stores, in restaurants, even in doctors' offices. But here's what the research is starting to show, and why this matters especially for seniors. First, let's talk about what's actually in these products. Most commercial air fresheners, whether they're sprays, plug-ins, or those little gel cans, contain a cocktail of chemicals called phthalates, pronounced THALates. These are what make fragrances last longer, but they're also what scientists call endocrine disruptors. That's a fancy way of saying they can interfere with your body's natural hormone systems. For seniors, this is particularly concerning because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at filtering out toxins. What might have been a minor irritation in our 40s can become a real problem in our 60s and beyond. Studies have linked regular exposure to these chemicals with everything from headaches and dizziness to more serious concerns like respiratory issues and even cognitive decline. Now here's something even more surprising. You don't actually have to be using these products yourself to be affected. If you've ever walked past the laundry aisle at the grocery store and gotten a headache from the strong smells, you've experienced this firsthand. The fragrances in many household products are volatile organic compounds, VOCs, that linger in the air and can affect your nervous system. But here's the good news. You don't have to live with stale, unpleasant odors to be safe. There are simple, natural alternatives that work just as well without the health risks. For starters, try opening your windows for just 10 minutes each day to let fresh air circulate. You'd be amazed at how much this simple act can refresh your home. Another easy swap: essential oil diffusers with pure oils. Look for 100% therapeutic grade instead of synthetic air fresheners. Not only do they smell wonderful, but many oils like lavender and peppermint actually have therapeutic benefits. Just be sure to use them in moderation. A few drops go a long way. Now, before we move on to the next surprising household danger, I want to share a quick story. One of our viewers, Margaret, wrote in saying she'd been having terrible headaches for months until her daughter suggested removing the plug-in air fresheners from her home. Within a week, her headaches were gone, and she was sleeping better than she had in years. Sometimes the solution really is that simple. And that brings us to our next hidden hazard, something you probably use to clean your home every week without a second thought. It's in your kitchen, your bathroom, maybe even your laundry room. But unlike air fresheners, this one doesn't announce its presence with strong smells. Now let's talk about something you likely use every single day without thinking twice: your non-stick cookware asterisk. That trusty frying pan you've had for years, the one that makes cleanup so easy. It might be doing more harm than you realize. And here, why this matters especially for those of us over 60. When those non-stick surfaces start to chip or scratch, and let's be honest, most of ours have seen better days. They can release tiny particles and gases that aren't exactly what you want in your food. The coating contains a chemical called PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene, which when overheated can break down and release toxins into the air. You know that smell when you accidentally leave an empty pan on high heat. That's not just an unpleasant odor, it's actually a sign that harmful chemicals are being released. What's particularly concerning for seniors is that these chemicals have been linked to what some doctors are calling Teflon flu, symptoms like headache, chills, and fatigue that can easily be mistaken for normal aging or a passing bug. Even more troubling, some studies suggest long-term exposure may affect thyroid function, which already tends to slow down as we get older. But here's the good news, there are safer alternatives that work just as well. Cast iron pans, for instance, might seem old-fashioned, but they're making a big comeback for good reason. Once properly seasoned, which just means building up a natural non-stick layer with oil, they cook beautifully and actually add a bit of iron to your food, something many seniors need more of anyway. Stainless steel is another great option, especially for pots and saucepans. Yes, food might stick a bit more, but a quick soak makes cleanup easy. Now let's move to another household danger that's particularly sneaky because you can't see it or smell it, mold. And I'm not talking about the obvious black spots you might find in a damp bathroom. Hidden mold in air vents, under sinks, or in basements can release spores that affect your respiratory health without you even realizing it. As we age, our immune systems aren't as strong as they used to be, making us more vulnerable to these invisible threats. That nagging cough or stuffy nose you've been blaming on allergies might actually be your body reacting to mold exposure. The scary part, many doctors miss this connection because the symptoms mimic so many other common conditions. Here's a simple test. Pay attention to how you feel when you spend time in different rooms of your house. Do certain areas make you congested or give you a headache? That could be a red flag. A $10 moisture meter from the hardware store can help you find problem spots before mold takes hold. And if you do find mold, white vinegar is surprisingly effective at killing it. Just spray, let sit for an hour, then wipe clean. No harsh chemicals needed. Now let's talk about something in your bedroom that might be disrupting your sleep more than you realize. Your mattress. Most mattresses older than 8-10 years are loaded with dust mites, millions of them, and their droppings can trigger allergies and breathing problems. But here's what's even more concerning. Many older mattresses contain flame retardant chemicals that can slowly release gases over time. You spend about a third of your life in bed, breathing in whatever your mattress is giving off. For seniors, this constant low-level exposure can be particularly problematic because our bodies process toxins less efficiently as we age. If you wake up stuffy or with a headache more often than not, your mattress might be part of the problem. A simple mattress encasement, look for allergen-proof ones, can help dramatically if you're not ready to replace your bed. And when you do shop for a new mattress, consider natural materials like organic cotton or wool. They're naturally resistant to dust mites and don't require chemical flame retardants. What all these household hazards have in common is that they're what scientists call chronic low-level exposures, not enough to make you sick immediately, but enough to potentially cause problems over time. And for seniors, these small, daily exposures can add up to bigger health impacts than they might for younger people. But here's the most surprising danger of all, something so common you'd never suspect it. It's probably in your hands right now as you watch this video. You might be surprised to learn that one of the biggest hidden dangers in your home is something you're probably holding right now. Your television remote control asterisk. Now, before you think I've lost my mind, let me explain why this everyday item deserves your attention, especially if you're over 60. Think about how many hands touch that remote each day. Now think about how often it actually gets cleaned. For most of us, almost never. Researchers have found that remote controls can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat, including some nasty germs like E. coli and staph. And here's why this matters more for seniors. As we age, our immune systems aren't as robust as they used to be, making us more vulnerable to infections from these everyday items. But it's not just the germs. That remote represents a bigger issue: all the high-touch surfaces in our homes that we overlook when cleaning. Light switches, door handles, refrigerator doors, these are all germ hotspots that can quietly undermine your health. The solution: keep a pack of disinfecting wipes near where you sit and give these items a quick swipe every few days. It takes seconds but can make a world of difference, especially during cold and flu season. Now let's talk about something in your bathroom that might be causing more harm than good: your antibacterial soap. It turns out those germ-killing claims might be doing more harm than good, especially for mature skin. The active ingredient in most antibacterial soaps, triclosan, not only strips away your skin's natural protective oils, making you more prone to cracks and infections, but may also contribute to antibiotic resistance. For seniors, this is particularly important because our skin naturally becomes thinner and drier with age. A simple switch to mild, fragrance-free liquid soap can actually clean just as effectively without the harsh side effects. And here's a bonus tip: if you want to really protect your health, focus on washing your hands properly. 20 seconds of gentle washing with regular soap does the job better than a quick scrub with antibacterial formulas. As we wrap up, I want to share one final thought that ties all this together. The common thread with all these household hazards isn't that they're immediately deadly, it's that they represent what I call slow drips on your health. Like a faucet that leaks just a little each day, the effects add up over time until suddenly you notice the damage. The good news: fixing these issues is easier than you think. Swap air fresheners for open windows or essential oil diffusers. Replace scratched nonstick pans with cast iron or stainless steel. Check for hidden mold with a moisture meter. Use a mattress protector and consider natural bedding materials. Disinfect high-touch surfaces regularly. Choose mild soaps over harsh antibacterial versions. Remember, your home should be your sanctuary, not a source of hidden health risks. You've spent a lifetime creating a comfortable space. Now let's make sure it's supporting your health as much as it supports your comfort. If this video helped you spot potential hazards in your home, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. What surprised you most? Have you made any changes that improved how you feel? Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more tips on living your healthiest life after 60. Here's to your health. May your home be as safe as it is comfortable in all the years ahead.